Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Angelo California Rangeland Trust board member and co-chair of the Legacy Council. For those who don't know me, I grew up on my family's third-generation cattle ranch in the beautiful Sierra Valley, about an hour north of Lake Tahoe, and I'm actually joining you tonight from Genasi Ranch. I'm super excited to kick off this great event with my co-host Shannon in order to see the picturesque Bloom Ranch and hear from the Bloom family members themselves on the threats this wide open working landscape is facing and the importance of conserving this ranch for generations to come. It's now my pleasure to introduce Shannon. Shannon, aren't you excited for tonight? Can you tell us more for everyone?
I really am, and it's so great to see you, Angelo. I'm incredibly jealous that you're up on your parents' ranch right now, your family ranch, and I'm here in well, not so sunny Sacramento right now, but sunny during the day. Got a beautiful mural of a ranch behind me, so I'm living vicariously. But great to see you.
So good seeing you, and I'm really excited for tonight. We got quite an event in store.
Yes, absolutely. So Angelo said, I'm Shannon Foucault, Director of Development here at the Rangeland Trust. We are so excited to gather online here with you tonight, and thank you everyone who sent in photos of how you're staying connected to the land this year. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those images on the pre-show. As the work of conservation needs to keep moving forward, we're grateful that you have continued to support this work and keep saving our ranches here in California. We can't tell you how much we miss seeing you and being together out on the land. We'd even hoped to start this event on Zoom with everyone in gallery view so we could see one another. But of course, we learned in putting together a virtual fundraiser, this platform just worked out better. So make it easier for you to participate and be engaged tonight. And you are joining us from all over the state. We are well represented here in Sacramento. We have Southern California here, San Diego, Los Angeles, Bakersfield, the Central Coast, Santa Barbara, San Ynez, Santa Maria, Atascadero, San Luis Obispo, wow. San Francisco Bay Area is with us, all the way north to Redding and Eureka. And we are also welcoming friends from Oregon and Nevada tonight. So thank you all for coming and being here with us. Please use the chat box below. Let others know you're here. Feel free to chat it up. We know how important your connections to each other are, and we love seeing the power of land in action and helping to form those connections.
It's so awesome seeing the diversity all up and down the state join us tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time this evening to join us. We have a lot of great activities throughout the next hour that we'll do together, including a bingo game with prizes, along with a silent auction, and of course, a visit to the Bloom Ranch, which is why we're all here. And speaking of bingo, get those cards ready. You should have already received your individual card via email. And given the outpouring of support from our community, we had a modest goal coming in tonight of raising $25,000. And fortunately, we already have a head start on that with $5,000 already contributed. You can track our progress on the status bar on the top of your webpage.
And as Angelo mentioned, the silent auction will be live throughout the event. We will close the silent auction at the end of this event, so stay tuned if you're in the running. To view the items, there is a link in the box on our right, and it is also posted in the chat box below. You can also use your camera to photograph the QR codes that will pop up on your screen in just a moment, and you'll be taken to a page to bid on the package of your choice. There are 3 adventures waiting for you that you don't even have to wait until after COVID to enjoy. First is the Kennedy Meadows package, a gift from the Bloom family. This package is for 2 people and includes 1 night at Kennedy Meadows Resort, a 15-mile trail ride, and access to outdoor adventures in the gorgeous High Sierra. Pack your weekend bags, saddle up, and get ready to trek through the immigrant wilderness. I see folks are already bidding with the current top bid by Sandy at $500. Good luck, Sandy. Next is a national park getaway featuring a year-long National Parks Pass, 2 round-trip Southwest plane tickets, and a packed picnic gift basket. Grab your favorite adventure partner and gear up for a special trip to, well, just about anywhere. Bidding has started with the current top bid by Jim at $500. Good luck, Jim. Finally, there is the Adobe Valley Getaway, a week in a secluded cabin in Mono County with picturesque surroundings and featuring lots of outdoor activities for every skill level. You're also close to Yosemite National Park and other nearby natural wonders. We're talking about wide open spaces, clear mountain vistas, and utter solitude. Seriously, sign me up. Bidding has started with the current top bid by Peter at $700. Good luck, Peter. Each item also has a buy it now option to surpass the bidding game. All proceeds from the silent auction will go directly to Conserving Bloom Ranch.
What an incredible diversity of different experiences there, huh, Shannon?
Yeah.
I don't know which one to bid on. I mean, there's just so many there. If you can't choose one, bid on them all. It's great. There's also
increases your chances.
Exactly. Please also support our Fund a Need, where you can select your preferred level of support. Remember that $1,000 will conserve 1 acre on the beautiful Bloom Ranch. You can also have an opportunity tonight to donate $500, $250, or $100 to conserve this important ranch. In order to conserve the Bloom Ranch, we really can't do it without your generous financial support. Again, every dollar we raise here tonight goes towards conserving Bloom Ranch. When you're done with bidding and donations for the night, you can use the box in the upper right-hand corner of your screen to check out.
Yes, I see there are already some Fund a Need donations coming in. Thank you so much. You haven't even seen the videos yet.
Actually, before we saddle up to explore the Bloom Ranch, we first want to show you all what's possible when you give to support rangeland conservation. Thanks to our community of supporters like you, the Rangeland Trust has been able to complete conservation of 6 ranches during a very turbulent and challenging year for so many. This was all possible because of funding received before the pandemic. Some of those ranchers wanted to share a little special message with you.
How's it going, Rangeland Trustafarians? This is Wes Myers over at the Flying M Ranch in Merced. We recently closed a transaction with Rangeland with CRT. It worked out great. One of the best things we can do that we're finding out here is, aside for keeping these property in perpetuity and its beautiful splendor, is de-risking our operation. And one of the best ways to do that is via conservation easements. Whether you sell them, whether you donate them, either way, you can pull equity out of the ground and still maintain the true value of the ranch for generations to come.
I want to both thank Rangeland Trust for taking this endeavor on for our ranch. It's meant a lot to both of us that we can go to our hunting grounds or whatever we want to call it and feel at ease that we've done right by our this ranch and carry on what his father and mother had started, plus keeping this in ranching forever and give a legacy also to our kids and grandkids.
On behalf of the Van Vleck family, we'd like to thank the California Rangeland Trust for all that you do to protect agriculture and the environment. Our family business has been going for over 160 years and 6 generations strong. With the work that you've done in collaboration with our family and many others in agriculture, we're going to help save our business and, importantly, our lands for many generations to come. It would be great if we can hit 200 and heck, maybe even 300 years. Thank you for what you do. Your passion and tenacity is really appreciated, and we're grateful. Thank you for what you do.
Express appreciation for the diversity of donors, everyone from our local four-wheel drive club to, cattle ranchers or people just in town that actually got the bigger picture of understanding what it means to have a conservation easement that isn't just protecting one thing, it's protecting a lot of things. So that requires big thinking and an understanding of a bigger picture. It's just beyond, one small little ranch. It's much bigger than that, and I'm so grateful for the diverse community that was able to come together to provide us that support. I'm eternally grateful for that.
Wow. It's unbelievable the amount of ranching families up and down our state that are stewarding and working these landscapes. It's truly special, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And I agree with Jessica. I get totally teared up when I watch some of these appreciation videos too. I tell you, we work with some of the most amazing people. And like many of you, I'm not a rancher, but I'm committed to this work because I'm grateful to them, to Angelo, to you and your family for the gifts that you provide to us every day. You hear from us a lot about cleaner air and water resources, biofuels reduction, open spaces where we city folk can drive out and open our minds. There's also an economic value to the gifts. We are talking more than $1.4 billion
with a B
every year in natural services that enable our quality of life here in California. When we support the efforts of our rangeland stewards, imagine how much more could be possible on working lands. I just want to take a moment to shout out. I see some other people have been moved by that video as well. Thank you so much, Jessica, Devere, and Sylvia, for your Fund to Need gifts. Thank you so much. Now I want to bring in my colleague, Katie. She is one of the very important, valuable, amazing members of our conservation team here at the Rangeland Trust. And she's going to share a little bingo game with us.
Thank you, Angelo and Shannon. My name is Katie, and I've been working closely with the Bloom family to acquire enough acquisition dollars to conserve the ranch in perpetuity. I'm happy to be here tonight, and thank you so much for joining us. Hopeful that you all received your bingo cards, and if you have, let's go ahead and get them out because the first number is coming up. When you've marked 3 numbers, either across, diagonally, or down on your card, go ahead and shout bingo in the comment box, and we will shout out the winners for our Rangeland Trust gift bag. Okay, here we go. The first bingo number is 10. In between, I wanted to let you know a little bit more about the Bloom Ranch. A really interesting fact is that a sizable portion of the ranch we're working to protect tonight is part of the Stanislaus River watershed, which benefits 36 known species of fish, including Chinook salmon and steelhead trout. Very cool fact. Okay, guys, our next number is 4. Another neat fact about this ranch is that it includes the world-renowned Jailhouse Rock. It's 75 acres of a world-famous rock climbing easement on the property that the Bloom Ranch and the Bloom landowners are currently stewarding. So some of you may have heard of it, some of you may not. If you're interested, please visit accessfund.org. Okay, our next bingo number is 13. Lucky number 13. Let me share another little interesting tidbit about the Bloom Ranch. By protecting the Bloom Ranch, we'll also be protecting over 100 acres of vernal pools on Table Mountain, 15 perennial streams, and 5 natural springs. And that's what we know of. So you can imagine at about 493 acres, that's a lot of natural resources and water protection that you're helping to conserve tonight. Okay, well, I don't see any bingo winners yet. So I'm going to go ahead and shout out another number. Next bingo number is 30. Remember, if you've got bingo, go ahead and put it in the chat box. Wanted to let you know that the Bloom Ranch is actually one of 5 ranches Rangeland Trust is currently working on conserving in the area. We are in the works of protecting almost 14,000 acres of private rangeland just in this area alone. So you can imagine the impact Rangeland Trust and our donors are really having in this key agricultural area. Still don't see anybody with bingo, so I'm going to move on to our last number. Lucky number 19. One last little tidbit. The Bloom Ranch is a multifunctional ranch. It has some horses, but their main agricultural product is cattle. They actually have 300 pair that graze the land between October and January, but they do graze cattle all year round. I still don't see any bingo winners quite yet, so we'll turn it back over to Angelo and wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you, Katie. And I hope that everybody's bingo card is starting to line up for you. Hopefully your card will be the winner tonight. And thank you again, Katie. We'll see you in a few minutes. Now it's time for us to saddle up and ride on out to the ranch. And if you feel inspired along the way, please remember to check out the Fund a Need. The need is to conserve this ranch with the Bloom family. Remember, $1,000 will cover the cost of conserving 1 acre on Bloom Ranch. Please watch a short video with Matt Bloom to tell you more about what you are supporting and why this ranch is critical to conserve.
I think it's simple. If you think about when you're driving down the road, when you drive by a subdivision and look out the window, what do you think about and feel? Really nothing. But when you drive by a beautiful ranch with a cow grazing and pretty green grass and water flowing and it's healthy and it looks beautiful, it makes you feel good, and I think that's a simple way to put it. Hi, I'm Matt Bloom. We're out here at the Bloom Family Ranch. This ranch was one of the Sanguinetti cattle company ranches. It was owned by them from the 1800s until about 15, 20 years ago. Their intention was to develop the land, to chop it into high density housing, 10-acre parcels, kind of a mix, that sort of thing. We were leasing the land, and over the last 10 years we've been able to buy back a good portion of the ranch, and it's our intention to keep ranching it for generations to come and to put it in a conservation easement to protect it from being developed. We own Kennedy Meadows Resort. We also have a cattle permit in the Sierras above Kennedy Meadows. And this ranch is used to winter our horses for the pack station, as well as our cattle that we take to our cattle allotment in the High Sierras. There's a conservation easement on the far end of the ranch for climbing. It's through the Access Fund, and there's a world famous climbing rock called Jailhouse Rock. And people come from all over the world to climb this rock. They have access to come across the ranch and park in a certain area, and they hike to this rock and climb it. And that's been a big benefit to the public and the community. Wildlife-wise, what we've done on the ranch is we've developed some water sources, which I've noticed increase in the turkey and the deer populations. All the water projects we've done has also increased the habitat for waterfowl and those sort of things. We have some fish in some of the ponds, and there's osprey that nest on the ranch, and of course they enjoy the fish. There's vernal pools on Table Mountain. So it's a really diverse ranch. It's not just flat grazing ground. There's a lot of unique features to the ranch. There's just a lot of history on this ranch. It's kind of a special place. I want to conserve this ranch because I've seen ranches get chopped up in this community my whole life, and it really hasn't done anything to benefit the community. Sure, there's some short-term economic gains for a select number of people, but in the long run, we've changed the culture of our community from agriculture and, based economy to more kind of a bedroom community. I just want to try to keep some of that connection to the land in our community. And I also would feel pretty good going to my deathbed knowing that this place is protected.
What a stunning landscape, incredible family with a legacy mindset, and such an important ranch to conserve. I mean, yet another powerful video. Keep in mind, if you win the auction package for Kennedy Meadows that we spoke about recently, you'll also have the opportunity to meet this wonderful family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hear you can even enjoy a Bloom Ranch grown burger at Kennedy Meadows.
Ooh, that sounds delightful.
Yeah. So Angelo has been involved as a key volunteer with the Rangeland Trust for the last 3 years. But his grandfather was among the first ranchers to conserve their family ranch through us.
Yes, California Rangeland Trust holds a special place in my family's heart, since my grandfather, as Shannon mentioned, was one of the first pioneers to enter into a conservation easement with CRT. My grandfather always believed that the land does not belong to us, but belongs to future generations. This legacy mindset continues to inspire my entire family and I, and we are so, so grateful to California Rangeland Trust for providing us the opportunity to continue to steward and work the land that benefits us all. With supporters like you, we are ensuring that these critical working landscapes, such as the Bloom Ranch, remain for future generations to come. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce Rangeland Trust CEO, Michael Delbar.
Welcome, and thank you all for coming together tonight with us and for being part of this movement to conserve more rangeland in California. If you're new to the Rangeland Trust, we were formed in 1998 by ranchers to provide options for the ranching community, to conserve the land, reduce pressure from development, and provide more resources to advance their family businesses, which are oftentimes multi-generational. In our 22 years since we were formed, and with your help, we have permanently protected over 343,000 acres of working rangelands from San Diego to Siskiyou counties and from the Nevada border to the Pacific Ocean. Our role is in helping ranchers, like the Blooms, continue to steward the land and not have to face losing it to development. Before the Blooms moved onto this ranch, it was being considered for a golf course. The land's proximity to Tulloch Lake and the local towns around it make it a hotspot for those looking to build bedroom communities and ranchettes. When we conserve the Bloom Ranch, those parcels are eliminated and the ranch can no longer be broken up. And the land remains available and viable for agriculture. The Blooms may be first generation on this particular landscape, but as you all know, the land forms a deep connection within us. The Blooms want to do what's right by this land, and we're here together with you to help them realize this goal in perpetuity, for them and for the future stewards of this landscape. Ranches are important in our rural communities. They provide economic support, a sense of local history, and of course, valuable open space. Ranches are important to our urban communities as well. They provide a reliant source of food, water, and more. Grasslands capture carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and help keep our cities and the country livable. So please give what you can tonight. Bid on an auction item that excites you and help make conservation of the Bloom Ranch possible. Your support tonight not only helps the Blooms conserve this ranch now, it's really an investment with significant annual returns forever. Need a dollar figure? For every $1 you donate tonight, returns up to $3.50 in environmental benefits. So thank you for your investment, for your ongoing commitment to rangeland conservation, and for missing us enough to come online tonight for yet another virtual engagement. We miss you, and we look forward to seeing you on the land soon. Thank you.
We certainly do miss welcoming you out on the ranches we are conserving and can't wait to be together on the Bloom Ranch when possible. So how does conservation work at the Rangeland Trust anyway? Well, as Michael described, our primary goal is to conserve the land while enabling ranchers to keep ranching. We do that by purchasing the development rights. No one can develop the land, no one can break it up into smaller pieces. Meanwhile, the ranchers continue to own the land, work it, and steward it. The images you're currently seeing are from some of our annual monitoring trips, where we make sure the conservation terms are being upheld and get to spend some time, quality time, one-on-one with our partners. The funds we raise help to cover the purchase price of the development rights, which is determined by a qualified third-party appraiser, and to complete the due diligence so we know what we are protecting. This can involve biological surveys, reports on the condition of the land, evaluations of its conservation values, and looking at the effectiveness of grazing to maintain those values. There are legal costs and those associated with closing any real estate deal. Yep, we go through escrow several times a year. And there's the staff time, the boots on the ground, and accounting oversight to make sure your dollars are going furthest. And the ranchers are also being appropriately compensated. Okay, enough education for one night. This is an event. So let's hand it back over to Katie for the next round of CRTV.
Welcome back to Bingo, everybody. Thanks for hanging around. Go ahead and get your bingo cards back out as we continue on to our second round. Before I begin to call out some numbers, I wanted to remind you that you just have to mark 3 numbers across, down, or diagonally on your card and type in bingo in the chat box. Bingo winners are going to receive a Rangeland Trust gift basket, which is behind me here. And it contains a few wine glasses, a nice cutting board for cheese. You'll be all set up for a wine and cheese picnic on a rural ranch after COVID, of course. Okay, our first bingo number for this round is going to be 22. I wanted to pick up on some of what my colleagues said before and just really drive home the fact that this area where the Bloom Ranch is quickly becoming a bedroom community. And there are a lot of folks from nearby that are building rural residential housing there and driving to larger cities nearby to work and then driving home at night. Not only are they taking up this key resource to build this housing, but they're also emitting a lot more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere via their vehicle miles traveled to and from work each day. Okay, let's move on to the next bingo number. We've got number 7. Hopefully you guys are getting your bingo cards filled up. Let me go ahead and remind you guys that grazing is one of the biggest mitigation tools that we can use to combat climate change. By rotational grazing, which is what a lot of our ranchers are doing, we are actually capturing CO2 from the atmosphere, and only clean oxygen is being released from that ground. So by contributing to this ranch and other ranches with the California Rangeland Trust, you're also helping us combat climate change, which is important for everybody. Okay, let's move on to our next bingo number. We've got lucky number 14. Hopefully you guys are filling up your cards. Remember, 3 down, across, or diagonal. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more about Bloom Ranch. This is such a beautiful ranch. And these are such amazing landowners, and it has just been a true blessing to be able to not only work for the Rangeland Trust, but get to know these landowners more intimately. The land is such an intimate thing, and when you work on these ranches, you really become one of the family, it feels like. The staff at Rangeland Trust and all of our volunteers and our board members, etc., we are all so vested in every project that we do, and Bloom Ranch is no different. It's actually close to historic Jamestown, Sonora, and Copperopolis. Surely you guys have heard of one of those in California's famous gold country. Okay, I don't see bingo yet, so I'm going to go ahead and get another number generated. All right, we've got lucky number 22. That's going to be our last bingo number, I believe. Let me go ahead and tell you one more thing while you fill out your card about Rangeland Trust and conserving ranches in California. California is actually one of the most biologically and ecologically diverse states, but we're also the 4th state in the nation for cattle ranching. So we're responsible for 27% of the state's agricultural revenue. Oh, I just found out my generator already called number 22. Let me pick you guys out a different number. One moment, please. Okay, how about number 34? Hopefully that yields someone a bingo. Number 34. You can get this awesome gift basket right behind me. All right, congratulations to Cindy. Called bingo. Good job. Thank you for playing, everyone. And back to Shannon and Angelo.
Congratulations, and thank you so much, Katie. Let's check in now on our fundraising status. Thanks to your auction bids and fund in need, we've already raised $6,600. Can you believe it?
All right, so let's see. Here's what we're gonna do. Well, let's see if we can get this up to. Let's see. Oh, wow! We just had a new bid for 2,000 from Bruce. Thank you so much, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah. So now we're up to 8,600. So now we've got some work to do. Okay, so let's see if we can't get this number up to 12,000. All right, that'll get us about halfway to our goal for tonight, and the auction's still going. So let's get through the fund.
Let's do it.
Up to 12,000. So the donor who helps us reach 12,000 will also win 2 complimentary tickets to any live event in 2021, or whenever we can start holding live in-person events again. And that can include, if you so choose, the next Western Affair. So this is just a special way we'd like to say thank you to the hero who helps us cross the finish line tonight. A couple gifts have just come in.
Thank you, Sylvia, for your gift of $1,000. Much appreciated. Thank you, Steve and Jane Sinton. Your pledge of $500. We see it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so for those who come in increments of 1,000, as we've been saying, remember, it's $1,000 contributed saves 1 acre on the Bloom Ranch. Or are you glad you didn't have to travel across the state, rent a hotel room, all that fun stuff? Why don't you consider giving that $500 to the Bloom Ranch instead?
And $500, the call was answered. Thank you, DeVere. Much appreciated. $500.
Yes, wonderful. As much as we love dressing nice and enjoying some dancing, I know I do. In this case, you can sport your most comfortable attire without needing to spend money on a new dress, jacket, boots. Until that time comes again, you might enjoy putting that $250 to work in conserving rangelands.
Helen, with your pledge of $250, thank you so much. Tracy, we see it, $250. Thank you so much. Wow. Got a $1,000 pledge. Dale Silva, Thank you so much. We're at 10,700.
Ah, getting ever closer. Okay, you just saved $100 on a fancy dinner. Imagine the greater impact of those funds in keeping another ranching family on the land.
Thank you, Jessica Schley. We just received a pledge of $100. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and a pledge from Daryl as well. Thank you, Daryl. And Lexi, add me in for $100. All right, come on, let's get that number. Keep going up. 10,800. We're trying to get to 12,000.
We're almost there, folks. $10,800.
Hey, Angelo, have you ever gone out to Jamestown near Bloom Ranch?
You know, I've driven by there many times, and it's a beautiful, beautiful landscape. It's quite stunning to go there.
Yeah, my husband and I went a few years ago. It's like a living history museum and just gorgeous landscape around. You really feel like you're kind of coming back in time. It's so much fun. Good ice cream shop there too.
Oh, that's great. And a rock climbing wall nearby. It's pretty spectacular, pretty hard to beat. Wendy Aguilar received your pledge, $100. Thank you so, so much.
Oh, and you know, Angela, I was out on the Bloom Ranch recently, and Matt was telling me how his daughter is finishing up at UC Davis, and she wants to actually come back out to the region and start a veterinary practice in the community. Isn't that a perfect circle?
That's unbelievable. Wow. That's so great.
Oh my God, Dale, we got another $1,000. Thank you so much. We're only $100 away from our goal.
Wow.
Come on, the next donor is going to be our hero. Wins 2 free tickets.
We are $100 away, folks. Who wants to be the hero tonight?
Really? Come on.
We did it.
Congratulations, Jessica.
Congratulations, Jessica. You are our hero for the evening. Put us over the top. Thank you so much, Jessica. And congratulations. And really, really a big thank you to everyone who helped us reach our goal tonight. Every dollar is going to conserve Bloom Ranch. And next time you're driving in Gold Country and pass through the Jamestown area, check out the rolling grasslands around you and know that you had a part in ensuring they will be there forever.
This is so exciting. I'm always so moved by the generosity of our community. And like we said earlier, our goal is actually 25,000. So feel free to keep on giving, especially bidding in that auction. That could really help us reach our goal for tonight. And I mean, this is just a piece of the funding puzzle for Bloom Ranch. We have, Katie, actually, she's our grant manager, our grant writer here at the Rangeland Trust, and she was the one who did all this work to help us secure a grant from the California Department of Conservation. And she's got another grant that's pending and other fundings that have come in. Many of you probably have been seeing emails or received letters in the mail of people donating to this cause. So this 25,000 is really the piece that closes the gap on this project. That's how close we are. Now we are 13,000 away from our goal. So this is really exciting.
And it's still not too late. You can continue contributing.
No, stay up. So let's go ahead and get that auction closed. I think it's that time. I do see we have a couple bidding wars going on. We'll give you another minute to work it out. Meanwhile, we're really glad that you could be here tonight and we could show you the videos from our Grateful Ranching partners. You're the first to see the video from Matt Bloom showing off that stunning landscape. We're grateful for all of you for helping us get one step closer to making sure those views will be available for generations to come. Both videos and a recording of this event will be available on the Rangeland Trust's YouTube channel, where you can also enjoy several other ranch tours and short films about the importance of keeping ranchers working the land here in California. All right, here we go. You ready? Auction is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're closed.
Closed.
All right, just give us one moment to find out who our winners are while the screen refreshes.
So while we're figuring out the auction winners, I want to again say how grateful we are for your support this evening and year round. We welcome you to stay connected with California Rangeland Trust after this event by subscribing to our many, many social media channels, either through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And we love hearing from people all over this beautiful state, country, world. So please leave a comment on any of our posts. And we truly appreciate when you share our posts with your network. We see you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Also, feel free to check out our website at www.rangelandtrust.org, where you can learn more about our work, learn more about our recent happenings at the organization, along with the ability to contribute to furthering our mission.
Yes. All right. It looks like congratulations go to Bettina Salter for 1 week escape for 2 in the Adobe Valley. Congratulations.
Bettina.
And to Sandy Fiak, she won the battle for the guided horseback trip for 2 in the Emerald Wilderness.
Sandy.
Congratulations, Sandy. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And to Jim Cunningham for the great escape in our national parks. Congratulations, Jim. Thank you all for being part of this tonight. It's your enthusiastic bidding, your support here, your comments. We're really excited. So for our auction winners, we'll be in touch soon about how to collect your winnings.
And again, thank you all for being part of this wonderful moment. We look forward to inviting you all out on the ranch when we can celebrate its progress, and we'll keep you informed of our progress in the months to come.
And as we come to a close here, please click on the link in the upper right-hand corner to check out with your winnings and donation pledges. And that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thank you all.